Hey folks, it's episode 26 of my blind RS3 Ironman playthrough. This is an exciting episode because I'm finally going to check out the new Necromancy skill today. And ooh boy, do I have thoughts on Necromancy and what it's done to RS3 that will be unveiled over the course of the next many episodes. Let's take a look at the Candy Loop tracker really quick. I am still technically working on completing quests in release order, although that is very much on the back burner, probably for the next several months. I am cursed to always be doing dailies, although this episode will see me finally clear a couple dailies such that I'll never have to do them again. I have a note there that I'm in dailies only mode right now. That's because when I was recording this, I was also recording my old school RuneScape chunk account. So I was just trying to do as much AFK activity as I could, like AFKing Arch Glacier for money, doing some fishing and woodcutting to get invention XP. Still working on getting a set of 6 Zygomites that have Studly, Joyful, and Immune so that I don't have to feed them every day because that's a pretty significant burden. Every day I have to go gather enough mushrooms to pay for their food. And a longer term project is to get all the logs I need to max Fort 4 and 3, so not the logs I need to get my construction level to high enough to max it, but just the logs needed to build all of the buildings. The big drain here is going to be elder logs. It takes a really long time to chop elder trees, and you need like 2,400 logs or something to build everything. So that's going to be kind of my go-to, I need to be AFK activity. Should mention before we get to the playthrough that I do 2 quests in this episode. I do Necromancy, which is the introduction to the skill, and Kili, which is the introduction to the crafting gear system for Necromancy. There are time codes in the description for you to skip me playing through the whole unedited quest to just see my summary. The Kili summary is just an extended rant about how Necromancy gear works, so I hope you look forward to that. Let's get to the playthrough.
Alright, I should get a farming level up here. It's a new day. Farming 92? We're halfway there. I mean, I'll raise and breed dragons, which I think is probably worth doing. I would have to like go try to farm regular dragons and see if I get lucky and get a drop. I'm not going to worry about it right now, obviously, but it's something I'll think about doing. Oh, it's a new week, so before I can focus on anything, I got to do this. Turn my totems back on. Don't really know how much divination XP these give. You can see I'm really close to 99, 180k to go. I get about 72k per cache, so theoretically I will have 99 divination tomorrow, and I can celebrate and dance. I'll be so happy to be free of Guthix caches forever. I might do some dedicated divination training if it would just make sure that I'm going to get 99 tomorrow, because I really want to be done. Might just barely put me in range. Oh, I'm like 3k away. Okay, I think I've wrapped up my dailies for the day. You know what's happening. I'm still working through the chunk account. It turns out doing the chunk account at the same time as RS3 is actually really hard, because a solid 90 plus minutes of my day is spent on RS3 dailies, and that's 90 minutes that I can't play the chunk account at the same time, right? So I'm probably going to be doing this wishy-washy. Like, I really want to go check out Necromancy. It sounds like it's much better as an introduction to combat in this game. It's much more likely that I'll get to see the end game with Necromancy and maybe actually get some gear for the other combat styles, but I need to finish the chunk first. And I got some stream work I got to do, so I'm just going to go chop I'm going to go chop elder logs for a bit. I'm almost a third of the way there, so long ways to go. Oh, just hit level 12 with the hatchet. I'm going to go ahead and squeeze out another invention level out of it real fast. I think I need to make more siphons first, actually. All right, here we go. I think 78 invention is an exciting level. I'm not going to get that here. It's so weird that you get more XP for having a better hatchet. Like, it gets the XP faster, so why would it give you more invention XP? Whatever, I guess I shouldn't complain. Okay, invention 77, 424k to 78. I guess once I get to 78, I will officially have, if invention were a normal skill, I'd be level 99, because that's over level 99 there. I'll go ahead and discover these. The mechanized siphon might be useful, since you can use it to automatically siphon stuff as soon as you pass a level. It unfortunately does go in the pocket slot, which I wish you could like add it to your tool belt or something, but it could be helpful for when I'm fighting stuff in the abyss or whatever and might miss the level pop-up. I've had that happen a couple times. I'm going to go ahead and make this gizmo bag, save myself some bank space. That seems helpful. Woodcutting 91. I'm about halfway there on logs, which isn't too bad. I might actually have an effigy in woodcutting. I have to double check. Did get another Imkondo hatchet fragment. Once I get all 4, I'll go fight the Dagonoth Kings again and get another dragon hatchet. Let me go ahead and empty these. I think that's what that is. Oh man, where was this RNG a few levels ago? I just got a second hatchet fragment. I don't need that. It'll be fine, I guess, to have it on my tool belt, but it took me so long to get that fourth fragment. It was very frustrating. And it's a brand new day, and the sun is high, and the birds are singing that we got to kill the Calphite Queen, which is fine. Just finished my task. Literally all of them dropped rune arrows. It's really bad boss, really bad boss. And only 12 Reaper points. I didn't realize that I got significantly fewer Reaper points for taking the assignment. Oof. Archglacier, I think, gives inflated Reaper points, given how difficult it actually is. I might skip that task in the future just because it gives shit Slayer XP and Reaper points. Alright, y'all, it's a new day again, and today is the greatest day. It is one of the happiest days I've had in all of my RS3 career so far because I'm one Gothic's cash away from 99. I have to wait an hour and a half to do it because I would like to get the bottle from it. But I'm almost done. I wanted to point out I've been spending all of my beans on trait re-rollers, and it has been a bitch. But I finally have 3 Zygomites that are Joyful, Studly, and Immune. Which is going to start saving me on food, because then I can just starve my Zygomites and just use them for breeding. At some point I do need like XP from these guys rather than just beans, because there's not a lot of use for beans once I've bought everything. But I'm still going to try to get a total of 6 of them that are Joyful, Studly, and Immune. Oh, this one has 3 traits. Oh, perfect. I'll just pull it out and start working on re-rolling them. All right, I actually have 2 Triskelion keys here, so just see if I get anything interesting. Probably not. Gonna learn my lesson that these things suck. Well, I get another fragment, and that's enough to make a 3rd key, so I'll deal with that real fast. I guess while I'm thinking about it here, I do have this woodcutting effigy. I'm gonna go ahead and burn that. Does it change what it uses? Okay. Seem to be like base 90 stats to really take advantage of all of these. It's a little silly, but okay. Oh shoot, it looks like the Ring of Fortune affects the loot from Triskelion keys. I think I can make one of those because I have enough onyx dust. I'm gonna need one anyway to do archaeology later, so I guess I'll craft one really quick. I think that's all I need. Uncut onyx. Oh yeah, that's like dirt cheap, sure. Okay, so I'll cut this. We'll go make a onyx ring, and I'll enchant it. I really like onyx dust. I guess I understand why that one's not an old school, but it's a neat idea. All right, making an onyx ring. And then I just need to enchant it, which is what? I just barely have the magic level for it. 20 earth, 20 fire, 1 cosmic. All right, enchant. And I'll just switch to wearing this, I guess, because I think it's strictly better than the Ring of Wealth. Unlimited teleports to the Grand Exchange. Oh, that's pretty cool. I don't think I knew that. Not needing to be charged. All right, well, I'll just keep that on, and eventually I'm going to do the archaeology thing that makes it permanent. Here we go, last key. I'm going to get 99 divination real soon, but I need to waste some time here until the cache opens up in like 10 minutes. So I'm going to kill some green dragons to see if I can get a lucky dragon egg. Also, these guys are way easier than I thought compared to OSRS. They die in like 2 hits. I could probably just sit here and farm out an egg, no problem, if I completely ignore the drops on the ground or bury the bones or whatever. I really need to find a banking solution for this. It seems like they die before they even get a chance to do dragon fire, so I don't even think I need any fire potions. I don't need most of the stuff I have on me, that's for sure. I'm gonna bring my spring cleaner and herb sack and all that fun stuff. Oh, it turns out there's a bank right outside. There's like a cape seller guy. I think he might be near some outdoor green dragons, so maybe I'd end up preferring those. We'll see. Yeah, I can just pop out of the cave and bank with this guy. I should probably get the bone crusher, because it might be faster to just crush these bones instead of trying to save them. It'd be nice to offer them later on when I target train prayer. All right, this is my last ever Gothic's cache. This is one of the happiest days of this RS3 playthrough. I will never do this again. Oh my god, there's another player here. It's like 6 in the morning on a weekday. Can we not have another player right now? I was hoping to have a nice, peaceful final cache, but it looks like it's going to be a bit of a struggle. Can't wait to leave this stupid minigame behind. It's like so annoying to do in the first place. Like even just being mad at seeing another player kind of makes me sad, because like the whole point of this skill is supposed to be player cooperation. But, like seeing another player is the worst thing that could possibly happen. God, this person is very strange. You know, what you're supposed to do if you have two people in a cache is you take turns. So I was trying to let them just go. Then they didn't just go. So I'm like, okay, well, I'll just go then. And now they're just activating not at a 60-second mark at all. Just wait for them to de-transform to finish the cache. It's fine. All right, this should be my last crest transformation, God willing. God, this skill is so dumb. It's really funny that my first 99 is going to be in the skill that I think is the dumbest, but I feel like it's kind of appropriate and on brand for RS3 that I would get 99 in the skill that the game has kind of forced me to train through the extreme efficiency of Gothic's caches. I'm sure I'll talk about this in a video like as future Marstead at some point, but it is ridiculous how efficient these things are compared to any other way of playing the game. All right, that's my last 100 points. Let's get out of here. Let's enjoy it. I'm probably going to play some Handel's Messiah here in the edit. Do it. Oh, thank God, it's over. 99 divination. Never, ever, ever again. Never. Okay, well, I don't actually have enough money to get the cape, which is funny, so I'm gonna go do some Archglacier for a bit to get some cash. Okay, I should have enough money now to afford the cape. I just have to alch these water battle stabs. I'll do that real quick. All right, here getting the cape. It's kind of disappointing that she isn't wearing it. Can you sell me a divination skill cape?
Of course. It's a very prestigious item, however, so it does come with a hefty price tag. The skill cape costs 99,000 gold.
Can't believe they voice acted that. Okay. Wear that cape with pride, my friend. Hell yeah. Looks great. Big fan. Great color scheme. It's my favorite color right there. That kind of like indigo purple. Oh, being able to make the hooded cape is kind of a cool touch. Kind of a little hood on the back that doesn't actually go on your headgear. Sweet. I think this is actually my best in slot cape for anything other than melee, because it comes with a pretty big melee damage boost. Well, it comes with a damage boost to all attack styles, but the one on the fire cape is slightly better. I'll still be using the fire cape, but I think I'd end up using this for magic, for example. I think it's better than the mage cape. Oh, never mind, actually. The magic damage bonus on the Ceradoman cape is 31. 17 on the accumulator, so I think it is better than the accumulator, but it's not as good as the Sarah cape. That's still pretty cool, though. Bonus to a bunch of stats. It's got pretty good armor on it. +2 prayer bonus. All right, so a couple things. I need to get back to working on the junk account. I've been delaying it because I've had a bunch of stream work to do. So a few things I'm going to work on while I'm not recording. I'll be gathering incandescent wisps because I may as well now. It no longer matters. XP no longer matters at all. I'll be chopping elder trees. I am 2/3 of the way there. I've got 1,600 elder logs and I need 2,400, so almost done with that. And I'm out of money, so I'm gonna have to AFK Archglacier some more. I'm not particularly close to a level up. Might get an attack and a strength level, but I'll report if that happens. So yeah, I'm gonna bounce off of here. I'll see you at the next dailies. Oh, that's interesting. I got a balanced shard. I had to look that up really quick. I guess if you get a bunch of skill shards from similar skills, like I guess that's for gathering skills, you can combine them to make a gatherer's cape that inherits the perks of multiple related capes. So that's kind of cool. I'll probably get the the farming cape next. But I guess you need to have archaeology, divination, farming, fishing, mining, hunter, and woodcutting for that to matter. I think I've said this before, but this wisp colony is completely insane, and I think completely undercuts the rest of the divination content in the game. Why would you ever do anything other than this when this kind of energy is easier to get, faster to get? You know, on community divination servers, it's turbocharged constantly. It's more efficient when you use it to make porters or divine energy. It's bizarre. It's bizarre. I want to show you how many bottled Gothic's cash boosts I got. I used one here. I just wanted to check it out at 99 here. All right, there's the count. I've used 3 of these Gothic's cash boosts. So I got a total of 34 bottled boosts, which I'm guessing will last me, if not the rest of my account. You get so much incandescent energy in 20 minutes. And I know you burn through a lot of energy in RuneScape 3 with augmented gear, but I'll be really interested to see how far this actually takes me. I assume if I only ever use this to go get energy when I actively need it for charging my gear,
that this is going to last probably over a year. We'll see.
All right, it's another new day of dailies. A couple things that happened off screen. I got woodcutting 92. I also finally have enough logs to do everything in Fort 4 and 3, which is really exciting. Got my Acacia, Mahogany, Yew, Magic, and Elder logs and my existing planks. This should be enough to complete the fort. Probably something I'm going to want to work on soon when I'm done with the chunk account. You'll notice I accidentally alked some of my normal dinosaur hides. I moved them into this tab to specifically stop myself from doing that, but I needed some money for something at the last second, and just... I assumed that they were the damaged ones. I caught myself before alking all of them, but it's really painful. I hope I don't actually need those for some time. I also ended up getting, let's see, 92 farming, halfway to 99, maybe that already happened. 72 Slayer, that's the one I was thinking of, from getting money at Archglacier. So I got another Reaper task there. So just carrying on here. Got a bunch of dailies to do, but today is the first day I don't have to do Gothic's caches. I'm so excited about that. I'm actually really close to being done with Nemi Forest. I'm going to have max reputation not tomorrow, but 2 days from now. And I still have to decide whether I want to keep doing it. Like, the vast majority of my prayer XP, I think I actually got a prayer level here last time I did Nemi Forest, is from that minigame. But I have to think about it in terms of, like, can I actively train prayer and get, you know, like how many minutes of actively training prayer does running Nemi Forest represent? Because it is about like 15k-ish per day, which is pretty good. But it's another daily that I have to like orient around whether or not Crystal Cove is awake and has an instance open, and it would be great if I could just not do it. So I'll make that decision once I actually finish it. But I got other dailies to work on now. I'm doing it now.
Okay, y'all, I'm back on the woodcutting train. I don't need woodcutting levels for anything anymore. My reason for doing this primarily is it's a pretty good way for me to get invention XP, because I've already got all the logs that I need for construction. I mean, I'm probably going to need more logs for regular construction training. I should maybe consider that, because I'm not going to be able to get away with using Acacia in that way, I don't think. But anyway, this is pretty good invention XP. I'm very close to level 12 on the hatchet. I gotta get back on my chunk account here. As usual, I'll leave you here and come back and summarize progress. I might end up going ahead and siphoning this hatchet when it gets to level 12, which is pretty soon. And then that should give me an invention level up, which I think 78 is a good invention level because it gives you more junk chance reduction. Yo, just hit level 12 on the hatchet. Let's go ahead and siphon it. And I'm gonna go pick up my charge drain reduction and junk chance reduction. Invention 78. Okay. Still gonna get 1 level per siphon right now. Now that I've moved on to the Mkondo hatchet, it was not happening with the old hatchet. It's silly to be so excited about it, but junk chance reduction is really what I live for here. Okie dokie, y'all. I'm back because old school RuneScape is down for maintenance for like 40 minutes or something, so I've got some time to work on something I can record. I got this Eastern Scroll. I've been really unlucky with those. I think I've sent out voyages probably a total of 6 or 7 times and fail like 80% of the time. That one was an 80% failure rate, so I was really worried about losing it. I want to go see how many I have. I think I've got 2 successful now, which is kind of unfortunate. This guy, yeah, 2. I should have access to it already. If I can get that level 85 magic weapon, that would be amazing. It would be really good for like item XP accrual and that sort of a thing, and be a massive DPS increase and stuff like Archglacier. So hopefully I'll see 2 more scrolls somewhat soon, even though it's really hard for me to do those missions now. The reason I'm popping in, though, is because old school RuneScape is down. I want to check out construction in Fort 4 and 3. I'm going to make whatever I can. Just make all the planks the game will let me make to get as much construction XP as possible, and see what level that gets me to, and what buildings I can create. Okay, so I'm just going to make planks and then frames out of all of the logs that I've accrued and report what construction levels I get while I wait for the old school servers to come back. All right, here comes construction 69. Nice. Making as many of these as I can. Looks like you can't actually start making the planks until you have a high enough construction level, which makes sense. All right, I have the resources together. I can make the guardhouse level 2, so we'll do that and see what construction level it gets me to.
So it looks like the next important upgrade I can get is at 75 construction. That's the maxed out workshop to get me more construction XP from training in here. I won't get anywhere close to that from this project, but what I could do is use the tens of thousands of Acadia logs I have banked to make Acadia frames and use those Acadia frames to rebuild the tier 2 kitchen over and over, which is somewhat decent construction XP, it seems like. At least lets me extract better value. It's really annoying trying to click off that sometimes. Let me extract better value from those Acadia logs, which otherwise I would just be disassembling into simple parts or maybe burning for fire making XP or making a handful of arrow shafts out of. So that's probably going to be my strategy, just so I can get some more XP out of those logs. All right, there's level 70 construction. I can build a tier 2 command center, which is pretty useful. It increases a player-owned port voyage success chance, which I didn't even realize was on the table here as a thing that I could pursue. So I'm going to start making the U-frames for that. Making the tier 2 command center. Expect this is only going to get me like 1 construction level, unless if you get a ton of XP for you for some reason. Thinking about whether I want to bother with the construction outfit, you get it from doing lots and lots of temple trekking, which might be worth doing for me in the long term for things like bowstrings. But I'm not super sure whether it's worth the hassle. But it did remind me that I should be able to get the sculpting chisel if I do this month's construction god statues monthly. So after I finish building this, I might go and do that really quick, since it's a small XP boost. Construction 71. Should get... I won't get a construction level, but I'll finish building it here in a second. Yeah, there we go. Tier 2. Main benefit is the increased player-owned port success chance. I'm gonna go do these god statues really quick. Should probably do the other monthly over in Giant Oyster. It's almost the end of the month. It's August 25th. Okay, doing Giant Oyster here. Pretty decent XP actually. 1779. Okay, I probably noticed this last month, but the fishing XP is like insanely better than the farming XP. I did use an Admiral Pie to boost, so that's probably helping a bit, but I might actually squeeze out 85 fishing here if I get lucky. Not quite, but still pretty close. 85 is kind of an important threshold for fishing because it'll let me catch the sailfish. Wow, this has been really terrible both times. Okay, I'm gonna get construction and prayer XP from this monthly. I'll just let you know if it actually produces any level ups. Hey, look at that. I'd like to claim a construction chisel. Try to remember that I have that. Don't think the god matters. I'll just have this one, that's fine. I got 1 construction level at least. 72 construction. I suppose I can use the boost. I can use a T boost to get to 75, I think, to go ahead and make the workshop upgrade that lets me get more construction XP in Fort 4 and 3, so I'm gonna try to do that. I missed that I had gotten 70 Slayer to build some more stuff here at the Anachronia base camp, so I'm just gonna go ahead and set this to build. Why not, right? Oh, and the player lodge, again, because why not? I'm just going to let these resources build. They'll cap back out, since I'm not going to be touching the rest of this stuff for a very long time. I guess I need gold leaf to make the teak shelves for the +3 tea, but that's okay. I can go buy it in the wilderness. I'm going to go broke. I'm going to have to do a bunch more archclay store to rebuild my cash stack, but that's fine. Interesting that you have to be skulled to get in here without getting aggroed horribly by all these bandits. All right, so there's somebody here that sells Notarazzo. Yeah, okay, so I need 2 of these. Got it, and now I'm broke. All right, building the teak shells 2 here. There we go. Don't ever have to do that again. Let me go ahead and get my special cup here. And we'll make some tea and then quickly teleport to Fort 4 and 3 and build the workshop upgrade. All right, now because of the weirdness of RS3, I just have to hope I get there in time to use the boost. Nope, it just decayed, because of course it did. Boost again. Now I should be able to make it. Yeah, it's weird. It's like the boost clock is always running in this game, even though you can't see it. Whereas in old school, I think you drink something, it gives you a boost. It automatically lasts for 60 seconds if you haven't boosted in that skill up yet. But it's constantly invisibly ticking down a clock somewhere. Workshop level 3, please. Thank you. There we go. Perfect. All right, just got construction 73. I might get 74 from this. We'll see. It's quite a bit more XP than the last thing I built. I quickly click off to not screw up the optimal hotspot, but construction 74. There we go. Workshop tier 3 complete. Got me a little more than halfway of the way to 75. 80 is going to be worth building at some point, or getting to construction 80 is going to be worth it, because I need it for making a medium dinosaur pen in Anachronia,
Also more buildings here. I'm not going to worry too much about working on it for now. I got most of the stuff out of my system that I needed to get out of my system there. I can clear some space from these U planks. I think the next tier of anything I can build uses magic, which I won't be able to do until 80. Hey, it's a new day again, so I'm doing dailies. I am going to hit, well, I'm going to hit 4,996 reputation today. I would like to actually be done with Nemi Forest. I think I'm going to stop doing Nemi Forest. It is decent prayer XP and okay farming XP, but it's an annoying daily to have to plan around, even though it's pretty quick, because I can only really do it when Crystal Cove is online. So I am going to get a task here from Trinks, which I've never done before. Aka Otot. Okay, I don't know what that one is. Oh, it's the northern exit from Nemi Forest. Okay, I'll just leave and get it. That way I could be done. Okay, I've never popped up here before, but I guess I just talked to Aka Otot, and he's going to give me... It's a collection of 7 tents. Scroll a mark on your palm. Take this back to Trinks. There's 4996 reputation, and I'm going to teleport over and talk to Trinks to cap it out here. I went ahead and said a final thank you to Crystal Cove, who of course is here and replied. I hit 5,000 rep today, thanks to like 120 days of your effort. Thank you so much and have a lovely weekend. All right, let's talk to Trinks and turn this in. Talk about tasks. Obtain max reputation with the Gobies on Mazcab. Beautiful. You have the ability to reroll boss drops once your raid lockout. Have gained as much reputation as you can. I am probably not going to benefit from the boss drop reroll thing for a very long time. I don't even know at what level in gear that's even feasible for me to attempt, but now, if I choose to do it, I'm not going to be faced with, oh shit, I need to spend the next 120 days doing dailies to qualify for this. So I'm glad it's done. Should get a runecraft level here from dailies. 54 runecraft, sure. All right, dailies are done. I'm really hurting for money. I just need to like sit at Archglacier for like a day. So I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to pop over there. I might get, how are we doing on attack and strength? Yeah, I'm more likely to actually get an attack and strength level this time. Apparently they're going to be fixing Invention XP. They broke it when Necromancy came out, so I don't want to do too much combat training because it should get better once they push that fix, hopefully on Monday. Today's Saturday. Working on my dailies over here for a new day. Includes doing Reaper tasks. I have enough marks of war to get one of these auras. I've been doing melee lately, even though I know melee is the weakest combat style in this game, just because I don't want to have to think about runes and arrows and that kind of a thing. But now I think I'm going to pick the Maniacal Aura because I think magic is stronger, and if I really, really cared about strength. To that end, I'll pick the Maniacal Aura, and then I'm going to try using it on my Slayer task to see if it makes a noticeable difference at Archglacier. That's interesting. I didn't think it was going to only last 30 minutes, but I guess that's fair. That's enough for a Reaper task. Can't really tell if it's faster. All right, popping back to the chunk account. I'm finally done with skilling and on to PVM, so I might actually finish at some point. I've kind of been in maintenance mode here on RS3 for weeks at this point, just doing dailies, not, checking out Necromancy. Unfortunately, I'm going to be checking out Necromancy after they significantly nerf the XP gain rate, because of course I will be. But, whatever. I got quests to work through, all kinds of stuff to do. I am probably going to end up hitting Wood Cutting 93 and Invention 79 off recording. I'm pretty close to getting another Imcondo hatchet level up here. But I'll see you on the other side. I'll update when I come back to do more dailies. All right, stepped away from the chunk account for a second. I am going to go ahead and get a level up here. Thank you. 79 Invention. Okay, yeah, and I'm still going to get 1 level per siphon here, but not for much longer. Pretty soon it's going to slow down quite a bit. Something I want to do, obviously chopping trees is great because it's very AFK and it gets me closer and closer to the invention levels that I want. But I think I do want to level up my construction a bunch. What I'm going to do, so off recording here, I'm just going to make a bunch of Acacia logs into planks and then those into refined planks and the refined planks into frames and just see if I can get up to 80 construction. I guess while I wasn't recording, I got 93 wood cutting and 73 fire making, so I guess I'll come back and report how far that gets me with construction here. Yep, it's another new day. I wanted to report that while I was not recording, I got construction to 76, and I made enough Acacia frames. I made enough frames to make 10 Chapel level 2s.
which is like 400k total XP. I did the math, and I don't think it's quite going to get me to 80. It's going to get me like most of the way through 79, but that'll continue to be a thing I work on when I'm not recording. I've got dailies to do, so let me do those. So working through my player-owned port here, I just bought the final Jade upgrade for the boats, and I think I have a full crew. I basically have 6 of everybody is kind of what I've landed on. It seems like that makes the most sense. And then 3 Judge of Dice, the ones that have the solidarity buff, the first mate equivalent. That's pretty much it. So I'm trying to get merchants, I guess. It seems like even if I get the full scroll for the level 85 weapon, I have to do a ton of bullshit to be able to actually make the weapon. As everything in RS3, you never just get a weapon. You always have to get like, 40 pieces of a weapon and put them together. So I'm still going to try to work on it, but it seems like it might not be terribly realistic until I get really deep into player-owned ports. Pretty low on money today. I'm probably going to have to AFK Archglacier again, but since it's weekly time, I'm going to try to squeeze out a summoning level. I'm quite a bit closer this week than I was last week, so it should be possible, I think. Okay, had to go broke doing it, but I think I'm about to hit 74 summoning. Yeah, there it is. Cool. So now I'll go get my lamps. Oh, ham. Level 2200. That's neat. I'm going to go get my penguin lamp and get my bonus XP. All right, dumping my lamps here. Pretty good. Should make it reasonable to get to 75 next week. Okay, dailies and weeklies are done. Popping off to keep working on the chunk account. I'm probably going to end up getting 82 attack and 81 strength while I'm away. Very close to both level ups. So I'm just going to be doing Archglacier for a couple hours to try to build up my money again to pay for dailies. It's a endless cycle here. Hey, it's a new day, new dailies. I did get to 81 strength and 82 attack and got a decent amount of money. This will last me 3 days, maybe. Just see what my task is here. All right. Love when he just lets me pick right away. Oh, there's a Slayer level up. Slayer 73. And I actually got the pet. I completely forgot to mention it. I think that's what the Glacier Core is, right? It's the pet. Inspect. Gladys. Cute. I wish that this game had a loot logger so I could like show you summaries of everything I've done. And I've got the drop tracker over here, but it's not great. I don't know how far back it goes. It gets wiped out at some point. Probably a reasonable summary. I don't know. Should get a farming level here. Yeah, farming 93. Working my way to 99. Okay, everybody, I'm done with the chunk account. Took me 3 weeks. I have 5 weeks free to just focus on RS3. Do something that's not just dailies. While I was finishing up the chunk account, I got my construction level to 81. That was by using all those Acadia frames in my bank. And I built all of the magic frames and stone wall segments I'm going to need to upgrade the fort. Not to get XP, but just to upgrade the fort. One of those requires a quest, which I might want to do soon, but I really want to check out Necromancy soon. So I'm not going to go too crazy on that. I am going to build the ones I have access to, which I think is the Town Hall first. Let me check. Yeah, it's the Town Hall to start with. If that gets me to 82, then I can boost and build another building. And then the third one requires the quest. That's the Fletching building. Yeah, construction 82. Got it pretty comfortably. Yeah, there it is. Should be done building this pretty soon. I think all this does is give me slightly more bonus XP and a higher bonus XP cap, which I've never come close to hitting. There it is, Tier 3 Town Hall. I'll boost for the next thing. It's the Tier 3 kitchen that you can boost to build. So that'll be nice. I haven't done any cooking in a while. Next time I do it, I guess I'll get more perks from it. I actually don't know what the perks are. I'll have to look that up. Okay, so it looks like I dodged the Necromancy Ritual XP nerf. It's going to happen like next Monday. Today is Tuesday. So I don't think I want to go so insanely hard on it that I get like 99 over the next week, but I would like to try to get Necromancy up so that it's competing with my other combat styles. I'm going to start working on that once I finish building this upgrade. And I'll leave the rest of my Fort 4 and 3 upgrades pending for now. Bit of a time pressure, bit of a FOMO time pressure there to get good XP rates before they nerf it. Construction XP from magic logs is really good. Construction 83. I might start chopping magic logs with porters just to level construction. I think getting construction to 90 is probably a good idea. Maybe even pushing all the way to 96 to boost to 99 to make the final upgrade. Kitchen upgrade is done. Very cool.
Next big one is going to be the chapel at level 90. And of course, I'll do the full fletching building once I get time to quest. But I want to spend all of my free time on Necromancy now. Let me go do that quest. I'll show you my full reaction to it as usual. There'll be a summary at the end if you want to just skip past that. It's for people who don't play RS3 but would like to see the full quest from RS3. Okay, I can finally make this thing go away. That's here every single time I teleport to Draenor. Is portal always here? Necromancy! Exclamation point. Acquired items, none. 200 Necromancy XP. Okay, access to Necromancy abilities. Sword says nothing. Are you an animated sword? Can I help you with something? Hey, it's Raziel. We could be friends. Oh. Oh, am I just dead? That's great. Manner of mortal deaths normally plain to me, but this one was not expected. It's kind of cool to just like work it in with death here. That's cute. Black metal, glowing green runes. Anguish. He is returned. He's chosen you. We must hurry. Go to the underworld. Whoa.
Good. My invitation has been accepted.
I haven't heard this guy talk for a few weeks.
My guest arrives in the underworld. Up the river of souls. Across the lake of memories. To the city of
Oh, it's pronounced I was sure it was
The Well of Souls is a beacon, a guiding light to all the vagrant dead.
Right, this style of cutscene is slightly better.
Purpose, direction.
They try to like put some movement in there.
My influence to the world above. You will be the key to my victory.
It's cool.
I will teach you. You will be my last apprentice. I am the first necromancer.
Sweet. Yeah, that was nice. They're clearly getting better at the whole cutscene thing. Hoped you would be prompt. Oh, this is a cool, like, point of view with death in the foreground there. What have you done? Ritual site is yours now. What have you done to my city? Souls of the city language and self-indulgence. Given them purpose. Well, forge them into an army. When I'm done, there'll be no more need for death. Only a trained necromancer can stop me. Why is everybody looking at me? I didn't sign up for that. Find me in the citadel above. I must prepare for my invasion. Come to me when you're stronger. Defeat me if you can. Sands of this world's hourglass are running low. Don't tarry. Cool. Raziel. Why have I never heard of him? He rarely leaves the underworld. He acts as apprentices. That's what he said I was. This twisted method of instruction, he's left you no choice but to learn necromancy. Isn't that evil? To enslave the dead is despicable. The lesser of two evils. Slaving souls to do your bidding. Can't we just ask them nicely? What? You can't... I don't think anyone's ever tried that. Sounds like a plan to me. That's great. Lupe. Sostratus. Centurion of the 3rd Legion. Cool. Are you the only ones left? Drain the Well of Souls almost completely. Do assault this citadel. You're not strong enough yet. This is the city of Access to House Lost Souls. Necromancers empowered by the dead. The more souls you guide here, the more power you can wield. I'll be the good kind. I'll ask first. You mean like convince us to help you? Woo us? Yes, exactly. What if I don't want to serve? Well, you don't have to. That's cute. I like that. Enough power, you can defeat Raziel, rescue the stolen souls, and put an end to his plans. We need a tutor. Hey, this guy! Yeah, he's the guy that summons the elemental wizards outside Falador. That's cool. Wonder how many of their quest ideas are just based on extending existing content, like how archaeology is an extension of the dig site quest and the cleaning finds minigame. I'm too young. I promise to be a better person. I won't let the mushrooms win. Instruct Marstead in the ways of necromancy. Hi! Why should I do that? Doing this nicely. Do anything we can offer him in return. You're a necromancer. There must be something to learn in the underworld. You can remain here as long as you act as a tutor. The sands of your hourglass will not flow while you do. Oh, cool. No enslaving souls. What are you talking about? How are you going to do necromancy? I'm going to ask the souls for permission. It's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. I need to do something called a communion ritual. You know what that is? Conjure a soul, guide it to the city? Let's get started. Sweet. What do I do first? Has a necromancer been here recently? Ritual sites vary in size and shape. More powerful necromancers can conduct larger rituals. Try a makeshift communion ritual. Sweep away the dust before we start. Why? Allergies. Just do the inner area for now. Okay. Oh, that's funny. Oh, I see the little ritual thing in the bottom corner here. That's kind of neat. Now listen carefully. Place a focus on the pedestal to determine the ritual. What's a focus? Which item depends on the ritual? Communion rituals require bones. Okay, I have been saving all of my bones. Surrounding tiles will be perfect for drawing the glyphs. Different rituals require different glyphs. What would really set the mood? Candles. Oh yeah, I need to start buying a bunch of candles, don't I? We should use candles. Okay, I'll have to start doing that as a daily. I probably should have been doing that in the last few weeks. Put a focus object on the pedestal, light some candles, and draw some glyphs. There's also chanting. Why are you carrying bones? Okay. Place the bones on the pedestal, grubby bones. Ritual selection interface allows you to choose a ritual to perform. Each ritual has different requirements. You can view the requirements needed to select the ritual as well as ritual components you need to set up on your ritual site. Okay. Our focus object, which is consumed. Some rituals have multiple focus objects. Once a ritual has been completed, you are rewarded with the ritual's output. Necromancy XP, a soul added to the Well of Souls, 3 ectoplasm. Okay, got it. Place the candles next. Ritual display window displays everything you need to set up for your selected ritual. I'm gonna do light sources. Well, maybe those are a special kind of candle that I don't have to worry about buying from the Catherby merchant. Glyphs. To draw glyphs, we need ink. Sell ink in my boutique next to the candles. That's convenient. Alright, so I gotta make sure I have plenty of money for this. Draw the correct number and type of glyphs required for your chosen ritual. Draw a glyph. This is pretty neat. I like this. Wait, I missed the instruction there. Broken glyph over here. Element 1 depleted. We'll repair 3 basic ghostly ink. Oh, can I buy it from... Repair with the same supplies you need to draw it in the first place. You've been given some ritual supplies. Okay, I just need to finish clicking through that. Yes. Is that all of it? It looks to be in order. The candles look lovely. It's on the skull platform. Start ritual. Fuxia. That just gives me XP, it looks like. It's a little AFK, but I'm guessing this doesn't stay AFK for long. Fixed camera view is nice. Keep that turned on. Hey, there you go. Necromancy level up. Got it right on your first attempt. Where'd the soul go? Drawn into the well of souls, the big dish thing over there. We're safe inside, we can manifest in the city. Perform more rituals. Oh, what the heck? Ted. Hey there, buds. Is that you, Ted? I thought you got stolen away. Thanks, bud. That ritual you did felt different. The green guy, that felt like I was being pulled away, sucked in. Yours is more like a gentle guiding hand. The candles. That's new. Thanks, Ted. Can I call you Ted? Used to be Theodora back in my living days. Now that's just my long dead mother. Nice. Closer look at the Well of Souls. Manage. Oh, shit. Earn talent points by getting Necromancy XP with combat. Okay, so you can't completely train the skill just with rituals. Conjure Skeleton Warrior. Vessels filled up enough to offer you more power. You need to earn a talent point to prove you're worthy of it. If you want to channel directed power, you need to practice your skills in real combat. Okay, it requires souls from rituals as well as necromancy XP. That's a neat idea. So it's like a combination of like a gathering skill and a combat skill. Siphon. And then an invention siphon, I assume. Death Guard. Weapons like these channel necrotic power. Test your newfound power. Ghost Trolls. Equip the Death Guard and attack them. Basic attack is your core ability. Automatically triggered in combat. Will generate adrenaline, which can be spent on other abilities as you level necromancy. Let me unequip all my other junk here, because I'm guessing it's going to get mad at me for having it. Okay, so I need to make a bar for this, don't I? I think they give you new bars. 16. Necromancy. Basic attack. I really like that basic attack is like an active ability in this one. For the other combat styles, basic attacks are a thing that just happens secretly outside of your activated abilities, and it feels terrible. So I hope this is them building toward it not working like that anymore. Let me see if I can get it to automatically switch to this when I equip a necromancy weapon. Hold on. Got it fixed. Let's fight these guys. Target information value. You can see your hit chance against the enemy. The value determines how much of your damage potential can be dealt against them. Oh, okay. I like that hit chance isn't literally chance to miss. That's kind of cool. This is the direction I like seeing games take accuracy, where it's just like a multiplier to damage instead of a literal mischance. Because it's mathematically the same as missing, but it feels much better to not physically miss. was a great introduction to the combat. Critical strike. 10% chance of critically strike, dealing 20% bonus damage. As you level Necromancy, critical strike damage bonus increases. You've gained a talent point. Doke. Great job. Okay. Conjure Skeleton Warrior. Unlock talent. Yes. It's an ability that calls upon a spirit from the underworld. It would be great if they had a similar introduction to the EOC abilities. They probably need to like redesign the EOC abilities from scratch though, because they're like all nonsense. Did you learn anything? Just the ability to call forth the undead to fight alongside me. That's awesome. Need a conduit, something to connect you to this vessel wherever you are. Skull Lantern. Okay, so it's offhand. Minions, that's offensive. Friends. Let's stick to spirits. Try talking into it. Hello? I think it's broken. Conjuring spirits like your skeleton warrior requires a material known as ectoplasm. Okay, so it's like runes, basically. You accumulate some as a side effect of rituals. Do I want to conjure my schedule? Do I want to conjure it that often? You do far less damage. I thought you said you didn't sell ectoplasm. Is necroplasm something different? It's completely different. Well, I guess it's pretty similar, actually. What's the difference? Ectoplasm is for conjures, necroplasm is for rituals. Right. Basic necromancy equipment. I do hate necromancers, that's why I have so much of their gear. Perform more communion rituals to fill the well of souls. Don't neglect the practice of real combat. You need that experience to unlock its true power. Talk to Malignius and Ted if you wish to recap anything you learned in the tutorial. Learn more when your powers have grown. Okay. Cool. Necromancy level 5. Necromancy adventure has begun. Perform rituals, defeat monsters in combat to level the skill. As you grow, learn new abilities, upgrade your equipment, and complete quests. Okay. My understanding is that I can basically get my gear up to like tier 60, and then to do tier 70 I'm going to have to fight Krill, which is really weird. Like you have to get like 500 KC at Krill to get enough as an Ironman to get enough drops to be able to make the next tier of augmentable necromancer equipment, which whatever, fine, I can do that. I'll have to do a quest to unlock God Wars dungeon. Little silly. General store. Equipment shop. Necromancer robes. Necromancy prayers. Can be unlocked by visiting Celine. Test necromancy abilities by fighting trolls, who we found in a cave just south of the graveyard. Okay. Sweet. Let's go ahead and equip the Conjure Skeleton Warrior ability. Alright, so Necromancy, exclamation point, is a pretty neat quest. It's the introduction of the skill to the game. It's kind of like druidic ritual for Herblore. Basically, there's this guy, Raziel, the first necromancer, who's constantly taunting you. He kills you, and you get pulled into the underworld where you talk to Death. Your character canonically has a relationship with Death in RS3. Basically, the player needs to become a necromancer to battle Raziel. Most of the quest is tutorializing the ritual mechanic for necromancy, which you're going to see me do a lot of very soon. One cool thing is that they bring in Malignus Mortifer, the guy from outside Falador who keeps like summoning the different elemental wizards, and Death forces him to teach you necromancy. The kind of cute RuneScape-y joke trick of this quest is that your character insists on like being friendly with the souls that you bind into necromancy. Like your idea that no one's ever thought of before is to just ask the undead to serve you, ask them for permission instead of forcing them. It's kind of cute. I like it. You're going to end up seeing me do a bunch of rituals here, but in case you don't play RS3, the way a ritual works, there's a bunch of incidental items you need to make or buy for rituals like candles and necroplasm that are all pretty trivial to get. The core loop of doing the ritual, once you have all the materials needed to do it, is to just click on a button and your character stands there and does the ritual automatically over the course of like 30 to 60 seconds. During the ritual, some disturbances spawn. I think at some point during development, the disturbances were supposed to like legitimately be a problem, but they removed all of the negative aspects of them. So even though they're called disturbances, they're strictly a good thing. Whenever a disturbance spawns, it's just a thing you have to click on. And when you click on it, it gives you XP based on lamp XP. And because lamp XP is based on a percentage of the XP you need to level up, the XP from disturbances is insanely high. It's still pretty high in the live game as I understand it, but when I was playing this was right before they nerfed it. And before they nerfed it, it was ridiculously high. Like, you can get to 99 trivially in a few days high. But yeah, that was the Necromancy quest. That's rituals. Let's get back to the playthrough. Okay, and I have the Skull Lantern. Hopefully there's a bank chest here. Oh my god, there's so many players over here. There is a bank somewhere in here. I'm just going to deposit all my melee garbage. I wasn't sure if there was going to be any non-necromancy combat at the start of the quest or something. A pretty neat town. It looks like there's a lodestone here, so I'll activate that here in a second. Trying to figure out what's an efficient way to level the skill, given that I have to do some number of rituals. I want to be careful because I have a limited amount of money and supplies that I can spend on this, right? And if I have to bounce out to go do Archglacier for money, that would suck. Alright, this is how I look for now. I'm using the Divination Cape because it does have a Necromancy damage bonus on it, and I'm using the Amulet of Glory and the Surgeon Ring. We'll see what that actually does for me. Activating the lodestone here. I don't know what all I need to do rituals, if I can just go straight to the soul store. It'd be fun to play around with this, but I really want to be careful about my limited resources, and I don't want to make a huge mistake, so thinking about what I want to do exactly. I'm going to start by collecting free supplies. Free daily ritual supplies. Oh, okay. Well, I can do that. Basic ritual candle, basic ghostly ink. How much is the stuff he saw? Oh, it's not very expensive. Oh, thank God. I think there's actually a reasonable reason. No, like, it's good to disassemble some of this stuff, I think, because it's like dirt cheap and you can get a ton of it. It's nice of them to make this as cheap as it is. Yeah, I'll just buy like 100 of them for now and then see how much of this I can tolerate. Out of curiosity, basic ritual candle gives simple parts that I can buy for 3 gold. That's pretty good. I probably don't need to use any of my Acadia logs on simple parts ever again. I don't think Ironman had access to a viable source of super cheap simple parts. I mean, it's a 90% chance for junk, but it's 90% because I have junk chance reduction, so probably a good time in my career to have access to that. Okay, so I need to get sources. Fortunately, I do have a good chunk of these. I actually got a big bunch of baby dragon bones recently from catching dragon implings. These give more XP. Oh, it gives me more souls on the well. Alright, I'll use my baby dragon bones. Fortunately, I haven't done any direct prayer training, so I have all the bones I've ever obtained I have in the bank. Yeah, I caught some dragon implings in the VIP skilling area, so I think I have 225 baby dragon bones. It's the dream. I think it's probably fine to just bring my inventory full of them. I actually don't know the best way to do this. Alright, placing these baby dragon bones. Different amounts of souls, higher level communion rituals, and stronger focus objects give more souls. Select ritual. Ritual components that are used in the ritual. I like that it makes these glow for you automatically. I don't know why this matters. Okay, once a ritual has been selected, your ritual components that are used in that ritual are highlighted. They can be configured in the Necromancy menu under the Skills and Experience section. Okay, I need to see what that's all about. Pair only highlighted ritual components. Display component durability. Oh, there's a focus storage. There's a ritual chest. Okay, I'll mess around with these later. Place light source. I guess there's already a component there. The glyphs are already drawn, so I can like use this repeatedly. Only have to replace things when they break. Ah, okay, I think I understand. And that's showing me the reduction in durability. Got it. I wish I didn't see other players here. Ritual disturbance. Dispel ritual disturbance. appear more often the higher your soul attraction is. The increase and decrease of the use of alteration glyphs. On glyph spots in your ritual site unlocked as you level up necromancy. Guess those give me like a boost to XP, like it's a good thing to click on those. It's a way to make it more attentive, I guess. Level up. Conjure skeleton warriors an ability that calls upon a spirit from the underworld to fight alongside you. Deals additional damage with each attack. That's not the same as... Okay, no, it's the one I already have. That's fine. So can I just do it again? Okay, I have to set a focus object every time. I see. Got it. Alright, well I'm just gonna do this for a bit. You don't need to watch me over and over. Restore sparkling glyph. You expel the sparkles from the glyph. I guess whenever something happens, you should do something with it. Fragile memento. It's been added to the ritual chest. Okay. Unlocked a new ability, Finger of Death. Requires adrenaline. Can be reduced with necrosis stacks or can be generated by abilities unlocked at a later stage. Okay, interesting. So, Finger of Death uses adrenaline. Got it. Okay, I'm just gonna keep doing this. Just had a ritual give me bones back, so maybe it's a way for it to... You probably can't go infinite, but it's a way to get some resources back so you can keep funding these, I suppose, which is kind of interesting. That's level 10 necromancy. I'll just report important thresholds like that. Bartender and pub's patrons have arrived in the pub. Frank has arrived in the town hall to offer additional tasks. Okay. As far as I can tell, this skill is almost completely self-contained. Like, it has no dependencies on any other skill or content. Other than, like, I guess doing Troll Stronghold or whatever the quest is to get into God War's dungeon. Right, my stuff finally broke, but I can't fix it in the middle of a ritual, so I guess I can still do the ritual. So I have to fix it next time. Okay, I gotta repair all these. I have to use ghostly ink. It's fine. I don't know if I want additional things here. What do these do? Reagent. Okay, I guess I just need specific ones for specific rituals. So I probably don't want to overdo it with ones that aren't currently required. I think I'll just do this until 50 souls. It seems like that's reasonable. Okay, for now I'm going to keep just using the stuff in my inventory, but I guess I can deposit everything into a focus chest. And I think whenever it gives me rewards that can be used as focuses, I just want it, or foci, I want it to be redirected there. So ritual output to focus storage. That makes sense. Repair only highlighted ritual components. Repair all. I need to figure out how to repair all works. Keep playing around with it for now. Lock Touch of Death. Deals moderate damage. Damage generates adrenaline. Generates necrosis stacks, which can be consumed by Finger of Death to reduce the adrenaline cost. Okay. That's cool. So we've got a generator and a spender. That feels more like a normal... This is more what I was expecting when I was reading about EOC combat. I'm like, okay, it's going to be generators and spenders, resources, global cooldown, right? It ended up not being like that, but maybe they're finally getting their second pass at EOC, and it actually makes sense now with this skill. All right, here at Focus Storage, deposit all. Okay, so it took Dagonoth bones, dragon bones, regular bones, big bones, baby dragon bones, and dinosaur bones, and nothing else that I brought with me. That's cool, though. I'm glad I saved all those Dagonoth bones, and I'll probably end up getting a lot of dragon bones, because at some point I do plan to go just fight green dragons forever to try to get some eggs for the player-owned farm. Okay, it looks like if you have stuff in ritual storage, you can it'll just keep replacing it for you automatically, so it's fewer clicks. This is a nice balance of attention so far. I mean, it's not like super AFK, but I could edit. I could do editing while doing this, I think. There's nice sound cues for like the sparkling glyphs and the creatures. Okay, I'm gonna try this repair all button. Don't show this again. Oh, that's like really convenient. Wow, they've made this pretty brainless. I'm trying to look up quests that I should do. It looks like you get one at level 20, so I'm just gonna do this until I hit level 20 and then I'll go do that quest. Kili Rao. 20 necromancy. I'll go do the quest after this ritual's done. Okay, at level 20 I get Command Skeleton Warrior, but I need another talent point for it, so I am going to leave really quick and do this quest. And I'll see what I'm going to do after that, I don't know. Kind of janky to leave the ritual area with the fixed camera view, because you just teleport out. Okay, this quest says I need regular ghostly ink and basic ghostly ink, so I'll buy that real fast. I'm looking up everything that can go into focus storage and just bringing it with me. It says I can store silk robe tops, which I guess is for crafting here in a second. Like, that's... I burned some magic gear in order to make the gear that I use for necromancy or something, so I'm not going to make a ton of it, but I'm just going to make a handful of spider silk robe tops so I can deposit them with all this wool and other junk. Okay, talking to Kili, who is a dwarf. It's like Kili from Lord of the Rings. To collect necromancer robes from Sostratus before bothering the blacksmith. Okay. Alright, talk to Sostratus. Thanks. Sorry about the bloodstains. I am aware of the fact that there's basically only one set of necromancer gear and you just upgrade it and like the name gets a level 10, level 20, level 30 added on top of it, which is more than a bit of a bummer. It's unfortunate that RS3 seems to really be leaning into boring equipment and skilling. Even the mining and smithing rework like is effectively just, oh, there's a new ore at every multiple of 10, right? All right, talking to Kili. That's me. Have we met before? I've heard of my encounter with Raziel. I'd like to stand in his way. I won't stand a chance against him with that substandard equipment of yours. Teach you how to upgrade it. Accept quest. It's a lengthy and complex process. We need to do a bit more than just hammer away at a bronze bar and be good to go. Oh, she's an Mkondo dwarf. That's cool. What do I need to do to upgrade my equipment? Gather materials, items ensouled with energy from the living world, as well as other specific things. To ensoul items, you have to perform an ensoul ritual on them, which I can teach you. It took me many years to perfect the method, so we'll ease into it. Once you have all the materials, I'll need to be applied to your equipment, requiring highly specialized knowledge. It's cute. Take these tools. Soul ritual. Perform a lesser and soul ritual on those tools I gave you. Can you do that? Okay, easy enough. Okay, lesser ensoul material. Different ensoul ritual focus objects with different ensouled materials, including ensouled bars, thread, and cloth. Gives me Kili's tools ensouled. Okay. I need to have a change glyph? Or not how I get a change glyph. Oh, this is what I have to use ashes on, because I have to make my own regular ghostly ink. Okay, got it. 20 lesser necroplasm, a vial of water, and ashes. Okay, so I have to do the lesser necroplasm ritual to get lesser necroplasm. I'm starting to understand. Oh, that's nice. As you get more glyph spots, you can have spots available for reagent and commune, I guess, separately. Okay, making regular ghostly ink. I'm just making 5 of it for now, I guess. Regular ghostly ink. Done. Oh, that's nice. And all that, even the crafting gives you necromancy XP. That's appreciated. Okay, I think I understand this better. I think kind of the idea is that if you're gonna change your glyphs, you want to try to use them up as efficiently as possible. So that makes sense. And you get some extra slots, like I can just have 2 reserved for commune. Raziel's here to harass me again. Okay, I think I finished installing the tools. Death's Head Moth is drawn to your ritual. Catch. Oh, interesting. No idea what that did. You absorb necrotic energy from the moth and it flutters away. Okay, she asked, have you ensouled my tools? I said it was a piece of dwarven rock cake. Take this empty urn. I don't have to cremate anyone, do I? Well, it has the ability to hold souls. The energy from the contained souls powers the soul forge over there. It's a unique forge that can upgrade your necromancer's equipment. Weak souls for your first upgrade. Kill 5 chickens. Oh, okay. Yeah, I can go kill some chickens. Why not? See if there's like a million players here killing chickens. Maybe that's why they added the ritual option. Yep, it's late enough. There's nobody here at these chickens. I just have to kill 5 of them, apparently. 1 out of 5 souls caught. Oh man, they die fast. Easy. May as well take the regular bones. Yeah, so I think some of the tasks that you do for this, I've heard it's like one of them is killing Jad, for example, which is cool. It's a neat way to kind of push you through the game's existing boss content to make sure you understand how to do it with Necromancy. Okay, talk to Kili. Skybox here has not decided whether it wants to override my setting or not. I'm just going to ignore it. Start with tier 20. To bake you a red berry pie, not just yet. Find the plates of the cloth. You made yourself a piece of gear even the most infamous necromancers would wear. Performing the upgrade, this is where the work falls on you. Each upgrade requires unsold items, bars, cloth, and thread, as well as your current set of equipment. Obtain these by performing unsold rituals and various objects from the living world. The bars, you need to smelt their unensold versions at a furnace. Okay, interesting. You need necromantic runes. Learn the knowledge from you. Gather unsold items to carry out the upgrade at the Soul Forge. Come back and check in with me when you want to learn how to upgrade your equipment past tier 20. Okay, cool. Got it. So the quest Kili Row isn't really a quest so much as it is a tutorial for the crafting system for Necromancy. You meet an Imkondo dwarf named Kili, and she puts you on a quest to gather materials to upgrade your Necromancer armor. I suspect that Jagex iterated on this design at some point, that they wanted you to convert different tiers of magic gear into Necromancy gear, but it became too complicated to have different kinds of ensouled cloth for every kind of necromancy gear upgrade. And it wouldn't really matter for the first 50 levels anyway, because you can buy all magic gear from levels 10 through 50 trivially at shops. So the necromancy gear upgrade process has been like ultra streamlined. You essentially get gear all the way from level 10 through 50 using spider silk armor, which is dirt cheap. Then you get gear from 60 to 70 using mystic armor, which is also dirt cheap in RS3 terms. And then shit gets really baffling to me. Like I think there's a lot of RS3 players that didn't blink an eye at this, but it's so strange to me that to make level 80 and 90 gear, you have to convert specifically the robe outfit that drops from Krill, the demon boss in God War's dungeon. I imagine that maybe at some point in development, they had different tiers of gear that you had to get, right? Where like you had to like, you know, farm a higher tier boss to get a higher tier cloth for the tier 90 upgrade. But no, it's literally just Krill. You have to kill Krill like 700 times in an Ironman to get enough pieces of subjugation gear to convert into necromancy gear. It's so strange. If you're looking at this from like an old school RuneScape perspective, where you're imagining the itemization like gear web, you're like, okay, I need to fight this boss to get this upgrade to these boots that I got from this other minigame, right? It's super complex and interconnected. But to get max level necromancy gear in this game, I swear to God, you just need to have like level 80 smithing and crafting, which you probably already have from unlocking invention. And then for 70 levels of gear, you have to spend like less than 1 million GP on shopscaping a few robes. And then for the last 20 levels of gear, you have to AFK camp Krill in God War's dungeon for 700 kills. Like that is the itemization design of necromancy. I'm flattening that a little bit here. There are some interesting subtasks you have to do, like killing the Barrows brothers once or killing Jad once. It's still really weird though, and I'm going to talk about how weird it is more and more as the playthrough progresses. I think this summary might have been longer than the quest. Let's get back to it. Soul Forge can be accessed and be used to upgrade your Death Skull and Death Warden equipment all the way to tier 90. Return to Kili to learn about higher tier upgrades. Sure. This is the Soul Forge. Lesser ensouled cloth. Okay, I need to look up what that is. Oh, it uses the spider silk gear that I made. Okay, sounds good. Oh, that's kind of annoying. Apparently this ritual treats different spider silk pieces the same in terms of how much lesser ensouled cloth it gives you, regardless of how much spider silk went into making it. So I actually kind of fucked up here by focusing on robe tops. Oops. There's another quest at level 24 that I'm going to do, but I'm going to try to make this gear set first, I guess. I'm going to end up getting 30 necromancy before I do all these things I'm trying to do. Death Skulls is a multi-target ultimate ability that deals severe damage and requires a general energy cast.
And it will be you.
I think I have to pay to unlock that? No, it's an ultimate. Okay. I'll get my order down here. We want necromancy, basic attack to go last, right? Okay. I am going to do Rune Mythos, but I'll wait.
Necromancy 30. You can now make alteration glyphs. Different bonuses, increasing soul attraction, increasing output, decreasing length. Some of those might be helpful. I'll look into it. But I'm just making tons of regular ghostly ink here. Okay, still working through Necromancy here. I'm trying to make sense of the order in which I want to do things, but one of the things I need to do here is get some lesser unensouled bars to make weapon upgrades so that when I do start training via combat, that I can upgrade my weapon and not have it hit for shit damage. So to do that, I need bronze, iron, and steel bars. So I'm gonna go mine for a bit, I guess. I don't think I need a ton of bars, but I'm just gonna mine a full inventory of each kind of ore that I know I need for the early upgrades. Actually use my stone spirits here, which I always forget that I have. I think this is enough lesser unensouled bars to make some weapon upgrades. I'm gonna see what I can do with getting the tier 2. I think you have to progress through every upgrade step. You can't just like skip, so. Okay, so we got it to tier 20. Just need to make all these ensouled bars into lesser ensouled bars. Okay. I'm gonna learn more equipment upgrades. Tier 3 upgrade. Okay. Tier 30. Take the soul urn and fill it with souls. Killing trolls. Or lesser communion rituals. That's helpful. I think I can do the trolls that are near the entrance. I guess I can go try to do that really quick. I do like the task component of having to go kill 5 chickens or 25 trolls or whatever. Eventually, I guess that becomes boss kills like Jad or whatever. So that's pretty cool. Couldn't find that little cave, so I'm just gonna kill the level 1 trolls, I guess. That doesn't really matter. I didn't realize they dropped variations on the Bladestorm cape. That's pretty funny. Not relevant anymore. Oh, and Ozan's just like here. Okay. They're really planning on changing the whole opening of the game and then just like kind of abandoned it, it seems like. It's pretty funny. Oh, soul urn's full. Okay. Alright, turning in the urn. Current task. What now? Same as the first upgrade. So this one just uses more spider cloth, I guess. They didn't want to bother. Okay, so presumably I need to actually get to level 40 to get the next upgrade, which is fine. Okay, so I think things like this multiply glyph are useless unless if that 20% value would round up. It cares about rounding, which is a little confusing, but okay, I'm just not going to worry about it. It's not super important. All right, upgrading my weapons real quick. Be able to get them to tier 30, I think. Also, if I have to learn weapons separately from armor, we'll see. Oh, I just have to do both of them first. That makes sense. You have to do the full set. I think I have sufficient bars to get me like all the way to 50 once I have the sufficient levels for it and I complete the little tasks, so that's cool. Making good progress with this. I think I'm just going to go hard on Necromancy for the next week until they nerf rituals. Just to, you know, get as much bang for my resource buck. And we'll see how far that takes me. I'll see ya.
All right, that episode was packed. It's great to be done with Guthix Caches. It's great to be done with Nemi Forest. I guess mild spoilers for the upcoming episodes, but I am going to go ridiculously hard on Necromancy before the Ritual XP gets nerfed. And Necromancy is going to warp my perception of this entire game and warp the way I play this entire game. So if you like RANT-style content, I hope you're ready for lots of RANT-style content coming up in the next few episodes. We'll see you next week, everybody. Bye!